up, gentlemen? So when I was growing up in my teens, my early 20s, I didn't have YouTube. And as a result, my hair sucked. With a capital sucked. My hair was a hot freaking mess. But the good news is that you got me. You also have YouTube in this video because today I'm going over 10 of the biggest teen/young man hair tips to have amazing hair. If you're ready to rock, gentlemen, I would appreciate you dropping me one of these. The first tip to have amazing kick-ass hair as a young dude is be honest with your hair type, your hair texture. What I mean by this, if you've got coarse, curly, or wavy hair and you're trying to rock a style that's like super straight, it's never gonna look right. What I recommend, Google baby Google to find an incredible hairstyle for your hair type, your texture, your density, and your length. What I recommend is go to Google and search for medium length men's brown hair, curly texture, long or short, blonde, thin hair texture, receding hairline. You can search for anything. If you've got a widow's peak, if you've got a cowlick, you can find hairstyles that are going to look incredible on you just by Googling. Bringing us to the second tip to have incredible kick-ass hair as a young dude. Don't fight the texture. Gentlemen, so many dudes that have curly or wavy or kinky or whatever hair try to fight it. They're like, no, I hate it. Gentlemen, you've got to embrace it. Embrace the curl, the kink, the wave, whatever you got going on. Because in my opinion, if you can find a style that works with your hair texture, guys, even if it's a little more challenging, you are going to look so much more dynamite than every other dude. As long as your hair isn't all greasy and nasty and looking like you haven't showered in 3 days. Gentlemen, here's the deal. The third tip to have incredible hair is you gotta have clean hair. Now, I know that there's a lot of tips, a lot of advice, a lot of people online saying don't shampoo your hair every day. Now, this is okay for dudes that aren't super greasy or oily or don't use a lot of hair product, but if you're somebody who is young, if you're experiencing a lot of breakouts or blemishes, guys, typically you're gonna have more oily hair. It's gonna be weighted down, it's gonna look a little bit greasy, and so for you, you definitely need to shampoo your hair every single day. Here's the deal, all shampoos were not created equal. Some shampoos, the cheaper ones, are gonna strip all of the good stuff along with the bad stuff. What I'd recommend is invest in a higher quality shampoo. The Pete Pedro Deep Cleansing Peppermint Tea Tree Oil Shampoo is incredible. It takes away all of the bad stuff, leaving your hair incredibly squeaky clean without stripping and drying it. But if your hair is a little bit more dry or you've been using cheap hair products, guys, you definitely need to use a shampoo that has a treatment in it in order to help replenish all of the moisture and nourishment from your hair. Shampoo with argan oil is going to be your best bet to actually help your hair look silky, soft, and amazing again. For me, when I was growing up, I had super bad dandruff. My scalp would itch, I'd get these flakes, it would get all over my black shirt. If that sounds like you guys, you have got to check out the Control by Pete Pedro. Control is packed with ingredients to help control and eliminate your dandruff. Guys, this stuff will stop it. The coal tar, the menthol, the tea tree oil, the peppermint oil, guys, if you've got dandruff and you want it gone, this is all you need. It will stop your dandruff. Guys, I'll list and link all 3 of those shampoos down below along with the discount code if you want to check them out. Quick little hair hack. If you are somebody that has oily hair, maybe you didn't shower the night before and you got to rock it the next morning, a little tip is a little bit of baby powder, right? You don't need a whole bunch, all right? Like that, and then just put it and run it through your hair. And what happens is the baby powder will actually absorb some of the oil, some of the hair product, and make your hair look less greasy. The fourth tip to have better hair than all your friends and your dad and your weird Uncle Barry is check the back. You gotta make sure the back isn't all crazy and white. You know exactly what I'm talking about, right? Because I'll bet a lot of your boys, you see it every single day at school. Grab a washcloth, bring it out, and then take the damp washcloth and pat your head. Or you could use something like a sea salt spray, right? Just give it a few little squirts just to dampen it, right? And while you're at it, bang, right? Give yourself a little business up front because sea salt spray is amazing. It also helps reduce the amount of oil and buildup that you're gonna get from hair product. It also is going to allow your hair to have more volume and stand up. Gentlemen, sea salt spray, it is the real deal. If you're somebody whose hair falls after like 10 minutes and it's never getting the volume you want, guys, you definitely should give a sea salt spray a try. Fifth tip to have better hair than everyone you know, including Brian, is keep these out of this. Constantly touching and playing with and tweaking and touching and, did I mention touching your hair is absolutely destroying its sexiness potential. Why, you ask? Well, the reason is because all the dirt, all the grime, all the oil and nastiness on these bad boys, because I know where this has been. Exactly. Gentlemen, you are transferring all of the nastiness from here on to here, your luscious locks, and as a result, your hair is going to get dirtier, it's going to get weighted down. You're like, yo, how am I supposed to keep my hair up if I'm not constantly playing with it? Number 6, gentlemen, it's not just about selecting the proper hairstyle, it's also about using the right product in order to achieve the hairstyle you're going for. Different hairstyles require different hair products because the products do different things. They perform differently. Everything from hold to shine. If you're trying to get like volume and all sorts of lusciousness and you're using a pomade, gentlemen, guess what happens? Exactly, it doesn't work, it sucks. If you are not sure about what product is going to be right for you or your hair, guys, Pete and Pedro has a great tool. All you got to do, hit that link down below. It's our hair product recommendation tool. All you do, you tell us the style, the hold, the shine that you're looking for. The system will spit out a custom recommendation for you, and then you could choose to buy that product if you want. Pete and Pedro, that's awesome. Knuckle Bump, if you don't, no big deal. It still will let you know what type of product is going to be right and best for this. You got to remember number 7, which is don't use too much. You're having to use like half of the jar of hair product every time you style it. Guys, chances are, not chances, it is the wrong product for you. You might need to use something like a high hold hairspray in order to make it lock in place, but the bottom line is this: the more hair product you use, the heavier your hair will be. Bringing us to number 8. If you don't want your hair to move after you style it, guys, you got to lock it into place with a high hold hairspray. All right, so here's the deal. When you have a high hold hairspray, one big mistake a lot of young dudes make is actually getting too close to their hair, all right? You want to hold it about 12 inches away from your hair and give it a little misting. Now, you also want to make sure you are covering your face and your forehead because this can cause breakouts on your forehead. And so what I'd recommend is cover your forehead, all right, about 12 inches and just right there, right? Yeah, mama, let it dry like that and you're locked. My tip to have better hair as a young dude: experiment. Gentlemen, your hair is never going to be thicker. It's never going to be more like robust than it is right now. As you get older, a lot of times it will start to thin. So if you're somebody who's like, yo, I've always wanted to kind of let my hair grow, I wanted to try this, I've wanted to rock a man bun, whatever, don't let anybody stop you. Do it, because as you age, you're going to have more responsibilities. You might not be able to grow it out given the career that you go into. Gentlemen, now is the time. Carpe amazing hair. Loosely translated into C's incredible hair. Go out there. Don't be afraid. What the hell are you waiting for? Gentlemen, now is the time to experiment and let that hair grow into luscious locks of flowing amazingness, which brings us to number 10. Take the baseball hat off.